Hi, my name is Nor Elisa binti Muhammad and I will answer the question number 1, which is, the question is, in the mediation, how can the HR representatives help both department heads move past their departmental positions, especially operations need for more money and finance need for strict budget cuts, and uncover their common interests? To answer this question, the HR representative plays a critical role by carrying out several key mediation responsibilities, which include finding common ground, facilitating dialogue, listening actively, staying neutral, and ensuring follow through. First, HR helps by shifting the focus of the debate. Rather than allowing the discussion to remain centered on operations requests for a higher budget and finance emphasize on cost containment, HR reframes the issue as a shared business problem that affects the entire organization. Next, through non-confrontation and open-ended questions, the HR professional assists in identifying the hidden dams behind each department's stakes. For operations, these include the need to satisfy and increase customer base, support employee welfare, and prevent employee burnout, which can negatively affect company productivity. For finance, the hidden dams involve managing risk, conserving cash flow, and ensuring that any investment delivers tangible business returns. Once these underlying interests are identified, HR can point out where both departments overlap. HR emphasizes that both sides want a successful project, want to avoid financial losses, and want a competitive and sustainable organization. This helps both department heads recognize that their goals are not opposing but aligned. HR then helps line organizational impacts to departmental concerns. For example, HR can explain how employee burnout leads to higher turnover costs and reduced efficiency, which is directly affects financial performance. At the same time, HR can highlight how investment in new machines may improve productivity and reduce operating costs in the future. Finally, HR encourages a respectful dialogue and adopts a creative approach to problem solving, such as proposing peace investments, performance based investments, or other alternative solutions. This approach allows both operations and finance to move forward while addressing their core concerns. In conclusion, by staying neutral, listening actively, and focusing on shared interests rather than fixed departmental positions, the HR representative can successfully mediate and conflict and help both departments reach a solution that supports the long-term success and sustainability of the organizations. Thank you.
Moving on to question 2. What negotiation tactics can the HR representative encourage both managers to use to find a collaborative rather than a competitive resolution? The first one is win-win strategy. Why? Because it encourages a collaborative framework which enables both finance and operation to work together in finding a solution which is most beneficial to the company. The HR representative can encourage both managers to adopt a win-win approach by facilitating open discussion about their priorities and concerns. For example, while the operation department may identify the need for increasing their resources in order to fulfill increasing consumer needs, the finance department may be prioritizing cost control and sustainability. The HR representative also can assist with developing a solution to achieve common objective by facilitating discussion around new machinery with a better cost benefit for both departments and by helping to create a new strategy which will benefit both departments. Second, the win-win or no deal. Why? Because it is cooperative strategy as it takes into consideration both parties is involved in the agreement in order to ensure the needs of everyone are met before any kind of agreement or transaction occur. In the situation where it does not seem like there is a solution that works for both departments, the human resource personnel can propose that not a single deal should be accepted unless there is a consensus on the solution by both parties. This tactic encourages open and honest dialogue and prevents one department from feeling forced into an unsatisfactory compromise. For example, they can ask both managers to brainstorm options that meet their primary needs and insist on an agreement that serves both interests. HR also can propose that if a fair agreement is not reached, it is better to hold off on making any decision until both sides are truly satisfied with the resolution.
Next, for question 3, what long-term organizational solution could HR propose to improve cross-functional communication and budget planning, preventing similar resource allocation conflict in the future? One long-term organizational solution that HR could propose is the establishment of cross-functional budget planning committees. According to Yin et al. 2023, involving multiple departments in decision-making improve transparency and mutual understanding. HR can propose forming a committee that includes representatives from finance, operation, HR, and top management, allowing all key stakeholders to participate in budget discussion before final decisions are made. These committees encourage open communication through regular meetings, where departments can share their operational needs, financial constraints, and organizational priorities. As explained by Yin et al. 2023, consistent cross-functional interaction helps reduce conflict caused by silo thinking. This collaborative approach ensures that budget decisions are aligned with the organization's long-term goals and promote shared responsibility among departments. In terms of implementation, global manufacturing can set up a quarterly budget planning committee before future expansion projects. Operation would present customer demand forecasts and manpower needs, while finance would assess cost efficiency and financial risks. Through joint discussion, both departments can agree on a phased investment in machinery that meets operational requirements without excessive costs. Another long-term solution that HR could propose is the introduction of an integrated workforce and financial planning system. According to NDRS 2024, this approach aligns workforce planning, operational requirements, and financial forecasting to support coordinated and strategic decision-making. By integrating these elements, organizations can avoid making staffing and budget decisions in isolation. This system allows departments to base their decision on realistic demand projection, productivity indicators, and workforce capacity analysis. As noted by NDRS 2024, using shared data helps organizations identify potential risks such as skill shortage and employee burnout early, allowing for proactive planning. In terms of implementation, global manufacturing can adopt an integrated planning platform where customer demand projection automatically show their impact on staffing levels, overtime costs, and equipment needs. Finance and operation would share the same data dashboard, enabling them to agree on a reasonable budget increase to support expansion while preventing staff burnout.
Good day everyone, my name is Nur Alia Maisara binti Azmi. Today I will be presenting case study 2, the promotion dilemma, focusing on question 3, which asks about preventative HR measure to reduce conflict and promote inclusivity between veteran and newer employees. In this scenario, a long-serving employee, Preticia, was overlooked for a promotion that went to a younger colleague, Leo. Preticia felt the decision was unfair and possibly influenced by age, which led her to file a complaint with HR. This also affects team morale, with other employees feeling uncontent about their own career growth. To address this, we propose solution 1, transparent promotion criteria. The key action here is for HR to communicate promotion requirement clearly from the beginning. This includes explaining how experience, performance, and technical skills are evaluated. Let me break this down further. Under the concept, transparent communication means open and honest sharing between management and employees. This involves explaining company policy, performance expectation, and organizational change in a clear way. When employees understand how decisions are made, they feel more included, respected, and engaged in the process. According to Raza, this approach makes HR processes easier to understand and helps build trust. Now, looking at the outcomes. When promotion criteria are clear, it reduces feelings of bias or unfair treatment. Both veteran and newer employees feel they have equal opportunities. In Pretitia's case, if she had known that Leo was promoted for his data analytics expertise, it might have reduced her concern about age discrimination. This transparency could have built trust in the decision making. Moreover, this solution creates a win-win approach. While the company modernizes and upskills newer employees, long-serving staff also receive guidance and time to adapt. This ensures fair career progression for everyone. Finally, transparent criteria foster a culture where both experience and innovation are valued. It improves morale and helps prevent future conflicts from escalating into formal complaints. In conclusion, clear promotion standards are not just about fairness but also creating a healthier, more inclusive workplace where all employees can grow. That's all from me. Thank you.
Moving to solution 2, which we call proactive skill gap training. If you look at the action box on the left, we propose that HR should not wait for a vacancy to find a skill gap. We must implement mandatory upskilling program for senior staff at least 6 months before a leadership role opens. As you can see in the notes below, this involves forecasting specific needs like data analytics and investing in training during work hours. It treats digital literacy as a standard for the experienced, not just a bonus for the young. Moving to the center, the concept. Currently, the company is reactive. Our concept is to shift HR to a proactive stand. As cited by Buckley and George 2024, this is about bridging the gap between institutional knowledge and modern tech. The note below explains why we want to prevent the tech versus tenure conflict entirely. By ensuring veterans are not rendered obsolete, we address the root cause of the dispute rather than just managing the anger afterward. Finally, on the right, the outcome. This strategy equalizes the playing field. When Patricia entered the promotion cycle, she is no longer fighting a losing battle against technology. As the final note highlights, this effectively eliminates the objective ground for age bias complaint. The promotion becomes a fair contest of leadership capability, ensuring that modernization boosts morale for everyone rather than leaving our veteran behind.